Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and yes, we are continuing our coverage of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because there is a ton of stories still coming out, and trust me, there's going to be more during the week, so keep it right here locked if you want all the latest information on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. But let's go ahead and get into some news here. IGN, the big company of IGN, has voted Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as their game of show, despite there being fierce competition from games like Gears of War 4. There was Horizon Zero Dawn. There was all sorts of games everywhere from Microsoft and Sony and various other companies, but The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was their game of show. They loved the new conventions. They loved everything that the game basically brought to E3. It brought a lot of energy, it brought a lot of hype, it brought a lot of new mechanics to the Legend of Zelda franchise we have never seen before. I played the game myself. It is phenomenal. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild deserves every single bit of its IGN Game of Show. I think GameSpot also gave it Game of Show. It's truly the best Zelda game I've ever played. I mean, it's hard for me to say that just because, you know, we haven't got the game yet, but it's honestly the best vibe that I've gotten from a Zelda game since Ocarina of Time, but it's just way better. Just like based on what I've played, just the small snippet of what I've played is better than any Zelda game that I've ever played. And I'm not the biggest Zelda fan in the world, so maybe you guys can get me on that, but I've played pretty much every single main Zelda game, and I haven't played a Zelda game that was more intuitive, more fun, more engaging than The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game is phenomenal, and it deserves the Game of Show from IGN. So let's go ahead and we're going to move on to the next thing here, and that is Scott Moffat. So Nintendo's VP of Sales and Marketing said that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be an immediate reason for Nintendo fans, or fans in general, to buy the Nintendo NX. So let's go ahead and get right into what he said. Quotations: The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a game that deserves this level of focus. You're right, it is our primary game we are showing this year, and just spectacular. For a game that immense and exciting, we thought it deserved this sort of stage. And frankly, this level of focus. First, it's really important to have the right content. Software drives hardware. We've proven that multiple times, Moffat said. The right game can really lift the system. With The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild being among the titles we're working on for Nintendo NX, we're very excited. It will be an immediate reason game fans will want to buy the hardware. And I have to 100% agree. I actually made a video on this the other day that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is the true killer app for Nintendo NX. It's the killer app that the GameCube didn't have at launch, and it's the killer app that the Wii U did not have at launch. Seriously, this game is going to be phenomenal. There are going to be people lined up to buy the Nintendo NX for this game, despite it coming to Wii U as well. And I will tell you this, just as long as Nintendo continues the momentum with titles after titles, they just can't have this awesome title at the beginning and say, okay, we got droughts for 2-3 months, however long. As long as they keep it going, they can be just fine, because I'm telling you, this game is going to convince a lot of people to buy into the Legend of Zelda franchise and a lot of people to buy the Nintendo NX. And if it comes paired with amazing third-party offerings and more first-party support, the NX is going to do just fine. Alright guys, that basically wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And also subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks, and everything on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next video. Peace!